What's up, guys? This is Edgard El Titan Figueroa, professional boxer and coach here at the Kickbox Club. For today's technique tip of the day, we're going to be touching up a little bit on our footwork. So let's go ahead and strap up those shoes nice and tight, and we'll see you in a second. All right, guys, so for today's technique tip of the day, like I said, we're going to be talking a little bit about footwork. Before we get into that, it's important that we cover our stance, right? So if you guys are right hand dominant, we'll try to keep that on the back end. That's your strong hand. Keeping it on the back end, it's always cocked back and ready to fire with full power. Vice versa, if you're left-handed, the left side goes on the back end. Now, there's just one little trick that, again, I found effective. I know there's many different ways to go off into the stance, but what I found effective is that there should also be a lateral gap. I understand some coaches will try to teach us be very, very skinny on the feet. I like to have a gap to make my lateral steps a little bit more explosive and to keep my hips open when I fire my shots, right? Versus here, I'll lock up, right? So a good way to practice that, guys, is, as you guys see, grab the cone for today. So you guys can grab a cone or an object that's going to represent a person, right? So where this is going to represent a person, I'm not going to be directly over it as I'm doing this drill. I want to have the distance of someone being there, right? So the first thing is, you guys are going to make sure that you have right foot on the right side of the cone, left foot on the left side of the cone, right? Your feet are looking up diagonally, and we're sitting down a little bit. Our hips are a little bit more back, right? So from there, again, cone is down the center, and we want to try to keep that in the center so that we can fire at it at all times, right? From here, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to move over to our laterals. We're going to hit an angle, come back to the middle, and then hit the other angle and come back to the middle. While we do this, every time it's important that the cone stays in between your knees, right? So when we go to the lead side, boom, we're moving over. A very important tip, guys, is the feet are going to move like there's a rubber band sustaining them together, so that you don't separate the feet. If I go here and I try to throw, I'm going to lack a little bit of power and my balance is going to be a little bit off. So what I want to do is I want to bring those feet together every time that I move, right? Now, considering we're going into an angle, we're slightly getting a little nudge, a little turn, right? Keeping this behind, and we're going to open the hip up for either a hook or an uppercut. So when we go to the lead side, it's a small movement towards the lead side. Boom, and I open that hip when the back leg comes over. So again, I open, and when I close the back leg, I open the hip, right? So I'm here, I'm going to do that at an angle, boom, and then I go back to the center. Now when we go to the other side, we want to make sure we go up with our dominant leg, boom, to get this angle, right? Here's the thing, if my back foot goes straight lateral, I get away from my opponent, I may not have the reach to come back. So what I'm going to do is that back leg is going to go up. Boom. I open a little bit on the back hip, and now I'm ready to throw combinations there. So here's the drill, guys. You guys are going to work lead side, come back to the center. Back side, come back to the center. First, get comfortable with that while keeping the cone in between your legs. You're here. Boom. Come back to the middle. Bow. Go to the dominant side. Come back to the middle, right? As you guys get a little bit comfortable with this and you start getting a little bit better with it, you're comfortable enough. Once you guys get towards the lead side, boom, let's start opening up with our shadow box. A few punches starting off with the lead hand. Come back to the middle. You guys can fire either way in the center. We can go to the dominant side. Boom, we're loaded up on this side. So we'll start with the back side. Bow, bow, and we'll come back to the middle. So again, we'll go here, 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 okay? Thank you, guys. That is our technique tip of the day, and we'll catch you guys here at the Kickbox Club.